What's going on, guys? Welcome to week number 13. Ale, our quarterback, is still at the top of the Heisman list after his performance last week at Arizona State. 348 passing yards, 4 touchdowns through the air, 26 rushing yards. Luckily, they don't mention his 2 interceptions, but yeah, that's going to be good enough to keep him at the top of the list. So we're going to keep an eye on this for the rest of the season. Let's go ahead and take a look at this week's matchup against Arizona. Alright, actually, before we take a look at the matchup, I wanted to go over just a couple of things with you guys for full transparency here. Basically, I record the top 25 matchups before I actually play our game. So, in this case, I've already simulated all the top 25 matchups for this week. Haven't played our game yet. But I went ahead after doing that. I wanted to restructure the top 25 and sort of edit where everybody's standing. I took all the teams that play like the FCS schedules, the Oregon State, Washington State, Middle Tennessee, and Navy, from conferences with only 4 teams. I went ahead and took those and put them all the way at the bottom of the polls, so hopefully they won't sneak back into the top 25, but anyways, I went through and adjusted everybody's ranking based on merit, schedule, record, that type of thing, top 25 matchups. It's not perfect. I didn't put that much effort into it yet. I mean, I will when it's playoff time, but I just wanted to structure this a little bit better. So we've got San Diego State's a team that does kind of play a cupcake schedule, but at least they're playing real teams and not half of the schedule being FCS opponents. So being 11-0 and beating Georgia on the road, I went ahead and put them at number 3. And then a couple other things to mention. Washington drops down to number 6 after losing last week. Arizona, I moved up from 11 to number 7, since they are a 1-loss team, just 1 spot higher than Toledo. Some of these records are going to be obviously after this week's game was simulated. But yeah, so 2 lost teams is just Utah, Miami, Kansas State, and Baylor. 3 lost teams, we've got Oregon, Texas A&M, Notre Dame, Penn State. So with this restructuring, we've got some other teams that we've played this season that ended up being on the top 25 list, like Clemson. No, we played them last year. Who do we play this year? Texas A&M is up to number 14. Arizona, who we play this week, is at number 7. Like I mentioned, Baylor is up to number 12. I don't think we've played Kansas State this season, but they're up to number 11, I believe. Sorry, all over the place. But anyways, yeah, just wanted to let fill you guys in on this. We're going to go ahead and jump into the game matchup for this week. So pretty tough matchup for us this week. Really good defense. Number 7 Arizona has really good pass offense. Let's take a look at their schedule real quick. The only game they've lost is to number 12 Baylor by a 38-27 score, and they've won their last 4. So definitely not going to be a cakewalk. Luckily we're at home, so we have the crowd on our side, but let's go ahead and jump into the game highlights, take a look and see what happens. Here we go. It's number 7 versus number 2, playing at home against Arizona this week. It's going to be a tough one. At least according to the stats, it's going to be a tough one. We'll have to see how it turns out. On to the highlights. We get the ball first on 1st and 10. Deep pass down the right side. Nobody's on man. He's wide open. He's going to walk into the end zone on the first pass of the game from Ale. 60 yards and a touchdown. 7-0 is going to be the score within the first minute of this ball game. First drive for Arizona State on 3rd and 3, quarterback draw. Burns is going to take off, and he's got the ball down inside the 10 to the 5, and he's in. But there's a flag on the play. The ref's going to bail us out with a clipping call, and they're going to have to replay this 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd and 9 this time. Burns drops back, screen pass over to Riley, but he loses the ball. Anthony Holmes Jr. picks it up, and what a huge swing. It was about to be 7-7, and all of a sudden we've got the ball back with a chance to extend our lead. 3rd and short, Benny Faison breaks a couple of tackles and gets just enough. They give him the first down there. Going to be 1st and 10 in the red zone, about the 15 or 12-yard line. Handoff up the middle, Allen Samuel Jr. powers his way in. From 13 yards out, gets the touchdown. Going to make it 14-0. So pretty much a 14-point swing there. Screen pass on third down for Arizona. Malachi Riley not able to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Going to end up with being an Arizona punt. And on our next drive, pass over the middle to Brian Miller on third down. It's going to give us 8 yards and a first down. Going to keep this drive alive later on in the drive. Uwe over the middle to Brian Miller, who hauls it in with one hand. Gets an 8-yard touchdown, second touchdown pass of the day for Ale. Making it 21-0 in the first quarter still. Deep pass down the left sideline for Arizona on their next drive. Malachi Riley hauls it in for 32 yards down inside the red zone. 3rd and 3 from about the 8. Handoff left side's going nowhere. Gets swallowed up by a few Houston defenders. And Arizona's going to take the 3 points. 21-3 is the score early in the second quarter. 3rd and 3 on our next drive. Uwe drops back looking, can't find anybody. He's just got to get rid of it. A lot of pressure there on that one, not able to make anything happen, so we end up punting. But on Arizona's next drive, 3rd and 5, wide open down the right side is Kevin Green Jr. 30 yards on the play before he steps out of bounds. On another 3rd and 3 in the red zone for Arizona, this time they're going to come up a yard short. And on 4th and 1, they're going to try to go for it. Handoff right side, we get penetration through the line, but he is able to get around it and goes in for a 2-yard touchdown. Going to make it 21-10 with about 3 minutes left in the first half. In that first play of our next drive, option keeper for Uwe gets some blocks, another block downfield, and there's nobody in front of him. He's going to take this one all the way in for a huge touchdown run. 79 yards on that one. 28-10 is going to be the score late in the second quarter. Next drive for Arizona on 3rd and 11. Burns drops back to pass and finds Gorey over the middle, who stiff arms his way down to about the 34-yard line. Unfortunately, he's going to be about a yard short, and they would punt the ball back. And on our next drive, corner route to Manchak, who slips a tackle. He gets into the end zone. Big-time touchdown there for Manchak. Going to be the 3rd touchdown pass of the day for Uwe Ale. 3rd and 17 next drive for Arizona. And Isaiah Burns is going to go down for the sack. So we call the timeout, get the punt, and we're going to try to get a score here before halftime. And CJ Nelson has just enough separation there to haul in the 56-yard bomb from Ale for his 4th touchdown of this first half. 5th if you count his rushing touchdown. Last play of the first half here, Burns going deep on the Hail Mary. And Malik Fleming's going to pull it down on the interception right around the 1-yard line. So that's a good way to cap off this dominant first half. 42-10 is going to be the score at halftime. Arizona looking lifeless out here at number 7 in the country. After a couple sacks, it's 3rd and 25, and Burns is going to go down for a 3rd straight play. Going to be a safety on this one, making it 44-10, and they're going to have to punt the ball right back to us. And on our next drive, slant route over to Manchak on 2nd and 2. He looked like he went down, but he gets back up and runs in. They're going to give him a touchdown. Weird play there, but 5 touchdown passes through the air for Ale, making it 51-10 midway through the 3rd quarter. Next drive for Arizona. Going to pass over to the left, and he's going to step out of bounds about 3 yards short of the first down. And they're going to have to go for it here on 4th and 3. Option play, pitch out to Gorey, but he can't get back to the line. Going to lose a yard on the play, and we're going to take over in Arizona territory. 1st and 10 on our next drive after the turnover on downs, and we're taking another deep shot. This time Manjak's got a step on his receiver. He hauls in another touchdown. That's 6 passing touchdowns on the game for Uwe Ale and a rushing touchdown. And we're going to stop them on 3rd down and short again and get them to punt the ball back to us. Just as the 3rd quarter is about to come to a close, we're going to have another touchdown pass from Ale. That's 7 on the game, nearly 300 yards and almost 200 yards rushing for Ale in this one. And on 3rd down, they just can't get anything going on offense. They're going to punt it back to us. We're going to put the backups in here in the 4th quarter. And on 3rd and 6, Faison can't hold on to the pass. Going to make it 4th down. We're going to have to punt. 65-10 is the score here early in the 4th quarter. 3rd and inches for Arizona. Deep pass down the left sideline. Bryson Davis gets his hands on it but can't haul it in on the interception. It's going to be 4th and short. They're going to punt the ball back for about the 100th time today. 3rd and 7 on our next drive. Cody Urban breaks a tackle, and that face mask is going to tack on another 15 yards. So 3rd and 8, a couple plays later, Harvickson finds Miles Ray on the left side. They're going to give him just enough for the first down to about the 20. So we made it to the red zone once again, but on 3rd and 3, Harvickson looking for Miles Ray again. That one's going to be taken or knocked down by Orion Parrish, and we're going to have to take the 3 on the field goal. 3rd and long, once again for Arizona. They're just going to run the ball up the middle for no gain. 4th and 17, 68-10. We get the ball back. We're just going to run down the rest of the clock here. Ponder goes down. It's 4th and 2, but the clock's going to hit zeros. And that's going to be it for this one. Ale with 8 total touchdowns on the game. Like I said, 300 yards passing, 177 rushing. Just an insane game stats-wise for him. And the polls are going to really like us beating a top 10 team by 58 points. So I got to imagine whatever happens this week, we're probably going to jump Bama for that number 1 spot. Yep, 629 yards of offense to their 250. We win the turnover battle in this one, don't commit any in this game, and dominate in time of possession as well. Alright, here are your top 25 matchups for Week 13. UTEP's going to get a 24-20 upset over number 24 Louisiana Tech. Texas gets a 37-27 win over number 20 Ole Miss. Going to put them into bowl eligibility. Number 5 UCLA takes down number 21 USC 27-24. Number 1 Bama is going to survive the Gators in overtime. 41-38 is the final score. Bama goes to 11-0. And that's going to do it for this week's top 25 matchups. We're going to go ahead and move on to Week 14. So this week we were able to get a commitment from Jeremy Pierre, 70 overall athlete, 5'11", 180, 3-star guy. If we look at the scouting report, he's got 91 speed, 82 acceleration, 85 on jumping. And he's got like 72 catching. The other catching stats are pretty bad, but he has an 85 on route running. Probably going to be a slot receiver type of guy. So that should fill up our last need for wide receiver. Hopefully we get 1 or 2 other guys to kind of fill out the position a little bit more, but yeah, that's who we got this week. So that's going to do it for this episode. Be sure to tune in tomorrow for our final regular season game against TCU. If you made it this far into the video, do me a favor, leave me a comment. Let me know who your favorite player on the team is. Love to get your guys' feedback, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.